Ooh, we got the leather jacket bandits. The black leather jacket bandits.
Damn, we already recording, yeah?
Yeah, we're recording right now.
Damn, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? My name's Anthony Ray. I'm a guest on CliffBeats channel for this specific topic.
Yeah, with that sexy-ass man voice right there. And I'm Cliff
Yeah.
And we're just going to talk about what's going on with J. Cole, man, and the whole Kendrick beef is basically what we're going to jump into. So AR's going to pull up the apology. We both kind of like caught wind of it. We haven't seen the full video or anything yet. But we did both already check out the 7-minute drill, and I think AR's going to be dropping that today on his channel.
Yeah. So I did the 7-minute drill. I did the reaction to Like That, the future Metro Boomin Kendrick Lamar track, which I thought was fantastic. I loved it. I love that Kendrick verse. I bumped that in the car. It's just big me. Bump! That I loved it. I'm like, boom! That's the hardest bum I've ever heard in my life, bro. Like, I was like, oh shit, because finally something like interesting was happening in hip hop, and then J. Cole came out with 7-minute drill. I was like, oh yeah, I only checked it out yesterday, but then I also checked out a part of the apology video. Man, CliffBeats got to see this, man. You got to see this, bro.
Yeah, my girl has told me about it, and I was like, look, I got to do a video on it, but I can't even imagine, because it's just J. Cole in my eyes is one of the greats too. So we got to check this out. Hopefully we don't run into any issues when we pull this up, but let's see.
No, we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be. So we'll give props to the original creator, right? You put the link in the description?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll link everything down below. AR's channel. I'll link the original video that we're about to watch and everything right now down below. We'll subscribe. We'll show love to the original channels.
Hell yeah. All right, you can run the show. You can click play and pause. So if you want, you just gotta.
Oh, I gotta go to the video. All right, I got you.
Yeah. Because else you ain't gonna see none. it's just gonna be looking at me.
So, well, hey, that's not too bad of a thing. Hey, but no. So wait, so if this is up right now, you see just the video.
So I am recording my screen. So
gotcha.
You can just watch it, but if you play it, I see it played too. So I'll just keep it rolling. If something's wrong, I'll just say it.
All right, yeah, I'll probably see what this is about here. If there's anything, too, that we need to skip through, I'll skip through it. Let's jump into this, though. All right, so we got J. Cole publicly apologizes to Kendrick Lamar after the diss track. All right, so how do you know how long after the diss track that he did the apology?
I think 2 days is what people been telling me. This is just what people told me. But 2 days. So I've been doing a little before this call podcast session. I've been doing a little digging into just news articles. You can't really trust most of them, but just trying to see what people been saying. And apparently J. Cole said this himself, that he hasn't been sleeping good for the last 2 weeks or something, and that he now realizes how good his sleep actually was for the last decade. So it's really been eating at this man's conscience. So. There's different ways we gotta approach this, like trying to understand Cole, but also there's the opinion of us where we're like, man, right? So I think it's 2 days to answer your question.
Okay, yeah, I know a little bit about J. Cole, so let's check out what Jermaine has to say. All right, so let's see. J. Cole publicly apologizes to Kendrick Lamar after the diss track. Let's see what this is about. Let's jump into this. All right, here we go.
Right, so I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I got to keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 2-3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? My niggas like, boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God. Text flooded, I couldn't even answer my shit. Nigga, it's wartime, boom, 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 right? Niggas wanna see blood. And I was conflicted because one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone? Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all, the past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I wanna now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I wanna do that for y'all right now.
The Dreamville boss also went on to say that he would be taking the diss track off of streaming services, but as of this time, it is still currently streaming.
All right. That's all I need to see from that, man. All right, so I'm gonna let you take this away and let me hear your thoughts, because me hearing that he's talking about taking down the track, yeah, it makes me to each their own. But I want to hear your thoughts, and then I'll talk about it too.
Lame.
Lame.
Fucking lame. Bro, look, nah, I get it. J. Cole's an adult. He's on a spiritual grind. He's more of a spiritual person than I am. I get it. He's very mature. He's been in the game for a while. I respect the balls to apologize in front of all these people. It's a very mature thing to do. But in hip-hop, that shit is lame.
Yeah.
This is one of the most interesting things that happen in hip-hop. Fuck, this year. This is even more interesting than the Eminem Benzino thing, the BS, that beef.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like, oh shit. Everybody's like, and no, I don't think anybody's taking it any type of way. They're just like, okay, let's see these two. You know when what's his name, Eddie Hall and the Mountain boxed. Mm. That's what this is.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Titans boxing, just boxing, and then later they can shake hands, right? Now this is one thing that. So I haven't fully watched this. I watched like 1 minute or something. And I was like, man, I don't watch this shit. I don't watch this lame shit. But I still respect Cole. I still like his music. I'll still bump his shit, especially this track. I'll still bump it. F that. Keep it on there. Why, but these are his decisions. It's all good. These are his decisions. I still have my opinion on it. But the 7-minute drill, when he came out with that shit, he was about it, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. In that song, everything he said in that song, he was about it. Mm-hmm. About going toe-to-toe with Kendrick Lamar. When, after watching this, we realized he was absolutely not about it. He felt a type of way, and the type of way he felt was like he didn't want to do this. So my opinion is, then he shouldn't have made that song if that was how he felt. He should have just voiced his opinion or not voiced his opinion at all and just left it, and this wouldn't have happened. That's why I think it's lame.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I see it from two perspectives, man. So I hear where you're coming from. But yeah, continue if you got anything else, and I'll chime in too.
Yeah, and I also think it's just I get it that Cole's like, nah, we too grown for this shit. I get it. I fully understand it. And he's like, nah, shake hands, done. I respect it too in a way. I just think it's lame. But I respect it too in a way. But unfortunately, we probably won't get a response from Kendrick then. which would probably be one of the biggest things this year. Because so for hip hop in itself, it's like hip hop takes an L because J. Cole kind of backs down and apologizes. But then I get it in a sense. So the mature me says I understand. But the guy who loves the fire and the beef and the disses and loves to go like, oh shit, is like, man, this is lame.
Yeah, man, it is tough to hear because, you know, as a fan of hip hop, right now Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole of this generation are the top tier lyricists. Those are the two top tier lyricists. Then if you want to throw Drake in there for pop records and stuff like that, of course, his name always gets mentioned, but let's be real. J. Cole is a pop artist.
Yeah.
He's a pop artist.
Drake.
Yeah. Now, I'm on the other side of this, which is gonna be interesting for us to talk about. Like, so you said you see both sides, right? Here's where things get weird, because he even mentioned, he says, I went back to where I was at a place 10 years ago. So, and for those who don't know, actually, Drake found Kendrick Lamar and introduced Kendrick Lamar to Dr. Dre. So J. Cole actually helped put Kendrick on, for those who don't know.
You mean, wait, you're mixing names, because you said Drake put Jake.
Did I?
Yeah. You're mixing
amnesia
names.
kicking in. J. Cole
put K. Dot in front of.
Correct. So he knew that there was this nasty artist coming out of Compton, and J. Cole told Drake, told Dr. Dre that, hey, you got to check this man out. And that got Dre's attention, obviously, because what K. Dot is capable of doing. And yeah, I mean, J. Cole has always been on that spiritual journey about, you know, love yours, stop looking at what other people have. But at the same time, you go back just a few years, you had Middle Child, where he was talking about how he's loading up clips and taking aim on any artist that wants to come step, and he's looking for the smoke. In that song, he had subliminal disses towards Tory Lanez, because Tory Lanez was talking some slick shit. Right now he's in jail, but he was talking some slick shit and said, if you slide in my lane, that's what he was saying. It was a double. Like, if you slide in my lane, then I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was saying, like, if I go dissing somebody, I'm going all out war. So I think what ended up happening, and I'm just guessing here, was J. Cole heard the reaction from the world and realized that the world was wanting blood, as he said. And maybe it kicked into, maybe he had a guilty conscience about it. Like, I'm not going to let the world see, you know, let's be real, two black men going at it. We need less diversity and more coming together. But at the same time, I'm like, then why did you take the time to write the record, record the record, mix down the record? And when you, like, you know, when you record a record, you listen to it over and over again to make sure that you got it down pat, right? Then you put out a mixtape or an album called Might Delete Later, and now you're talking about deleting a diss track. It's almost like as if it's a ploy, or if it really happened this way, then that's just crazy to, like, foresee it going down. But I feel like in the midst of this, K-Dot probably was in the middle of a response, like, oh, I'm gonna fucking get this. Like you said, he's got the dog in him. K-Dot's a monster. Yeah. He probably heard that shit and put his pen down and was like, what the fuck? Now I can't say shit back. But J. Cole did say, you know, go ahead and take your best shot. I'll take that shit on the chin. But that means that we'll never get a response out of J. Cole if K-Dot does say something.
But this is that whole, I apologize, go ahead, take your shot. It's not worth responding because he already lost.
Yeah.
So what's the point? So Kendrick would lose the fuel to be like, man, I want to get this dude. And he's like, man, even if he didn't write it, or even if he's in the midst of writing or recording it, he'll be like, man, this ain't even worth it, man. He already took the L.
Yeah. Himself. And that's the interesting thing too, is I've had people talk to me, like they message me, like, what do you think? And I'm like, because people were asking me about the beef beforehand. And I'm like, look, like, so here's an example. Joyner Lucas and Tory Lanez had a back and forth. I don't know if you remember this or not.
Yeah.
But it was
Liddy again. Yeah,
it was like a verbal agreement, though, to like have a back and forth. There was no verbal agreement here, I don't think, to have a back and forth. So I think if it was going to go any steps further, it would have got a lot darker than we realize. I think J. Cole realized that too. Like, hey, like, I helped put dude on. They've also worked on music together plenty of times, and now we're going at each other. So I can see where he has that guilty conscience and wants to step back, but at the same time, like, do I think it tarnishes his legacy as a rapper? Like, you can't be as braggadocious and talk about, oh, I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna be doing that now, because you won't be. Like,
yeah, there's this, yeah, indeed, there's this braggadocious factor about being a rapper. It is a competitive game, and if you back down from something that you kind of initiated as well, especially by responding with a 7-minute drill, and then immediately, which it is what it is, this is not like years later saying my bad for that, you know what I mean? Because there are other rappers that have also apologized for, was it Pac, one of them? Pac apologized for some, like, there have been rappers who have been in beefs who have apologized afterwards.
yeah.
But this is years later. This is like immediately regretting the decision and going, shit, my bad, bro. And I do think something like that, because everybody's all hyped, thinking, oh shit, it's about to go down. Immediately after it, like that, it's like, sorry. It's like, huh?
He pulled a 180 on us, man.
It's like, what? Like that? So I do think it kind of takes away from your credibility as a rapper, especially if you claim to be this, like you say, middle child. I forgot that. It's a banger song, but I forgot that he was like talking about that, like stay in your lane. I didn't know about that subliminal shot about stay in your lane, Tory Lanez. I had no idea about that. Or you saying stuff like anybody can get it, but then it just shows that no, not anybody can get it, because apparently Kendrick can't get it. So that's my point of like, oh, he's claiming to be about it in his songs, but then he's not about it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where it's going to be conflicting going forward with his work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as a at least the writer in me is like, all right, well, if I went and I backed down from a battle, like, I can never step up to that battle stage again, because somebody could just be like, yo, like, you're just going to fucking Clarence on me? You're just going to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can never have a battle again, and maybe that's what he intends on doing. I think, here's the thing. Do I think it'll tarnish J. Cole's legacy as in, like, you know, with battling and the competitiveness in hip hop? Yes. Do I think it stops his creativity and the masterpieces he's able to create? No, I don't think it'll affect that. But I think this is a chink in his armor, and it's not a good look if you're looking at it from like a hip hop purist perspective. Because again, man, you had enough time. And here's the thing too. People have been messaging me like, hey, are you going to react to the whole album? Well, my girl told me throughout the whole album, he's throwing shots all over the place. Yeah. So if I go react to that whole album, but then he pulls it down, well, then my reactions get pulled down too. So all of us just wasted our fucking time.
Yeah. So, I agree with you on the point of, you know, do I think that he's still going to have a thriving career as an artist and make hits? Yeah, absolutely. Because Drake took a big L with Pusha T. Yeah. Major L with that story of Adada, I forgot the name.
Adidon.
With Adidon, with his son. Like, that was Jesus. You know, but he kept rolling and he kept doing his thing, and Drake is still, after over a decade, still the most relevant, or one of the most relevant hip hop artists. I think so I looked this up, by the way, because this is also interesting, because J. Cole said you fell off, like, you're still doing shows, but he fell off like the Simpsons.
Yeah.
Right. So the Simpsons has been, like, who cares, since the movie, since the way back. Like, there's been a Simpsons movie since then. It was like, bro, where's this going? But I looked this up and I was like, is that really a thing? Are his I'll actually record my screen again right now. Fuck it. So if we're looking at the Billboard, the biggest rap tours of grossing hip hop artists, right? Mm-hmm. If we're going, you know, Eminem is at 6.
He doesn't tour, which is hilarious.
He doesn't tour, but he used to. But this is talking about, I think it's specifically one rap tour, or this could be a combined. This is probably a combined. Yeah. So 6 is Eminem, 5 is Kanye West, Kendrick's at 4, mm-hmm. Post Malone's at 3, Jay-Z is at 2, and Drake is at 1.
Yeah.
So that whole, like, your shows haven't been relevant type of situation is complete. That line is bullshit, because Kendrick's at 4.
Yeah.
He passed Kanye and M, and Black Eyed Peas and Lil Wayne, and J. Cole's at 9. So I just wanted to put that out there about that bar, because I thought that was
think about this too. Kendrick just performed at the Super Bowl as well. Or was it not last year or the year before? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, that was with Dre, 50 Upside Down.
Yeah, I mean, he's with Interscope Records. You got Dreamville, you got Interscope Records, So, like, okay. At the end of the day, I'm like you. I have mixed emotions on it. But, like, see, like, the battle rapper in me, the artist in me, it's not that I wanted to see blood. I wanted to see lyrical competition, which is something that would have been great for hip-hop. We haven't seen that in hip-hop for a long time. It's been a lot of just Yeah, and I think that would have been good for the culture overall. But I think there should have been some type of like an agreement, like, hey, after 2 or 3, we did this shit and we go make a mixtape together. Something like that should have been.
Yeah.
And
that would have been insanely smart to do.
Yeah,
it's like what 50 Cent did with How to Rob. He went at everybody.
Everybody. Yep.
And it literally, he says, I could go for both. I could knock Jay-Z and Nas both off the throne or something.
Yep.
I think that's literally a bar he says. Also, I told you this before. I think it was on the pod with the other reactors, the What's Good podcast. That's coming in the future, guys. By the way, keep your eyes tuned for that. But it's the Chamillionaire situation with 50 Cent, where 50 Cent was throwing shots at Chamillionaire. And Chamillionaire was... I think he wasn't as popping as he was because he had an amazing run with like Riding Dirty and stuff like that, and Hip Hop Police, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But then 50 was throwing shots at him, and Chamillionaire was on some, hey man, why you throwing shots at me type of shit. But 50's a businessman, so he was like, he took him to the side. He said, this is your opportunity. You should have just dunked because I gave you the ball.
Yeah, it's an
You should
alley-oop.
have dunked that shit. Just respond. Doesn't matter. Just say dumb shit. Just respond. It's great for both of us. So... from that perspective, I agree, and I think, even if they would had like a mutual agreement, or if they wouldn't have had a mutual agreement, because I don't think they would talked about this prior to be like, because I don't think Kendrick moves like that or Cole moves like that, where they're like, yo, let's diss each other and then we'll profit. I think they genuinely are like, fuck you, because I think they both have a serious amount of integrity and credibility. Especially credibility in the rap game, but I think right now, Kendrick hasn't lost any of his credibility. I think Kendrick is now 100% more the credible rapper than J. Cole, whereas in the past, that could be up for debate, or it could be like, there could be mixed opinions, and that's fine, but now it's just certain. People have been like, K-Dot's more credible because of this whole shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think if anything, I would have. If I was, it doesn't matter what I think actually. But I think about it now. Like if I was J. Cole, I would have waited to see what K. Dot said. You already released the track. You might as well wait to see what the fuck he's got to say back and how long that takes. But I'll tell you this right now, man. J. Cole can compete with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even a question. Like, can he compete with K. Dot? Yeah. Can he probably beat K. Dot? It's a possibility. They're both nasty lyricists, but K. Dot's got that.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So. I know what you're saying, but dude, K-Dot's got that. He's got that Michael Jordan Killer Instinct Eminem-esque shit with him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got that I will fuck you up. Where J. Cole is like too I mean, keep jumping in, but like I feel like J. Cole's like that. Like you said, more spiritual, more like on his grown shit. Yeah.
I think J. Cole's delivery's fire though. He's got such dope scheming and delivery. But like Kendrick, Kung Fu Kenny, man. I like both. I like listening to J. Cole more. When I'm in the car, I'll be listening to the off season. I'm already the song da 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 da. I love that song, bro. Like some of the things he does, Forest Hill Drive, like that type of stuff. Like, bro, I bump that whole album. Go on a 2-hour drive, bump the whole album. With Kendrick, I kind of mainly have that with Good Kid, Mad City. That's like my favorite Kendrick album. Yeah. And then his other stuff, it just gets so introspective and certain things I'm like, I just don't want to. I get it and it's fire and I think it's dope and he's got absolute bangers, but I'm not putting that on the card of vibe. So if me personally, who do I think is for me personally, who do I enjoy? Whose music do I enjoy the most? It's J. Cole.
Yes.
But then if you ask me who do I think would whoop the other one in a battle, I think it would be close, but I think it's Kung Fu Kenny.
I'd have to agree. Agree. Because, I mean, first off, K-Dot came up battling as well. So he's got that under his belt. I remember seeing clips of him rapping when he was like 16, 17 years old. And I look at clips of me rapping when I was 16, 17 years old. I was like, I would have been eaten. I was a small pup while this man was a fucking full-grown pit bull with steroids.
I remember that one video of Kendrick in like a hallway. I think that's the first time I've ever seen him. Where he's in this hallway doing this freestyle or something. It's an old video. I think that's one of the first, like 2009, 10 or something. I don't know. And then he dropped that album and then he got with Dre and dropped that album, Good Kid, Mad City. And then it was, so I was present when that whole Kendrick thing started, the Kendrick, the start of his career. But you're probably talking about even before that, battle rap clips and stuff, because they've been killing shit for a long time, actually.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's I mean, it cuts you off, but man, it's like you literally just said on a track with Drake, first person shooter, that the big three, but right now I feel like I'm Muhammad Ali. So you're saying you feel like you're the greatest. You're the one who's moving the tide right now, right? You're shifting the game. Well, then somebody responds to you saying like, fuck your big three. It's just big meat. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I think Kendrick was more aiming. I think he's more aiming towards Drake.
Yeah.
On that song.
It was a mix of both. He was going back and forth with both of them, basically calling them a light pack. They're light work, they ain't shit. But yeah, the whole light pack, Mike Jack, well, Prince outlived Michael Jackson. He's talking to purely Drake right there, 100%. But when he's talking about carrying the stick, he's basically saying like, J. Cole, you're no shooter. Like you're not about that life. Like why are you talking about carrying the stick? You're Andre 3000 with a stick, meaning like you're playing the flute. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really you're not about that life. And now we see that K-Dot like said it and it was true. And
it's real. Yeah, going back to the point where he's not about it. That's also Kendrick said in that like that. He said, "Yo, you're not about it. You say you claim you're about it, you're not about it." Then J. Cole drops a 7-minute drill, the diss. He's claiming again he's about it, and then on the concert he goes on an apology where he says he's not about it. So it's like, bro, Kendrick's right.
Yeah. So like he basically predicted the outcome of how this shit would go, which is this is the biggest curveball I've seen in hip hop history, to be honest with you, when it comes to just initiating a battle, then all of a sudden it just being deaded. And I understand
you see why I think it's lame. You see why I think it's so lame.
I do.
This is the fucking blue balls right here. That's what this is. Hip hop blue balls this year. That's hip hop blue balls. Everybody's like, yeah, fire, and then nothing.
Again, it would have been great for the hip hop genre, but at the same time, like I think there should have been talking behind the scenes, like and they're not gonna do that, but they should have done something like, let's have a back and forth lyrically to test each other. It would be great for the genre, and then at the end of it, dap up and do a mixtape. That would have been a great lead up to a fucking mixtape. And at the end, even flip it around, like on the last track, where like say it's K-Dot dissing J. Cole, but at the end, J. Cole comes in with like a last 45 seconds and raps talking about, now check out the fucking mixtape. And everyone's like, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It could have flipped it on us.
Oh shit. Everybody's, oh shit. I can see No Life chat going like, oh shit, standing up. Yeah.
There's so many different ways this could have went, and I guess at this point
it's not over that. So that what you're talking about, that could still happen. That K-Dot and J. Cole make a mixtape. That because they did do it's I don't know if you know this. This is Kendrick Lamar Black Friday where he raps over the J. Cole beat. When I heard that, man, I don't know, was that 2014, 15 or something? When that came out, I said, God damn, this is heat.
Yeah.
And that's because I think J. Cole also rapped over a Kendrick beat, but that's when I realized Kendrick would beat J. Cole if it came to it, because what Kendrick did on that. So I've never seen Kendrick really diss somebody. I've never seen that happen, and I don't think until now when it started to go, and even in that like that freestyle, I didn't think he went that hard. It was just like fuck y'all.
I mean, even in that Control verse, like, dude, Kendrick's not afraid to go toe-to-toe with anybody. He said everyone's fucking name. Everyone's name. Anybody can get it. Basically, the only people he doesn't really want it with is, like, M. You know what I'm saying? But that's also his record label, so that makes a lot of sense.
He praised him. I remembered it bad because I did a reaction to something a while ago, and I said, yeah, he was even throwing a shot at M, but I think he was actually praising M to saying, like, he's one of the best.
Yes.
But even then, bro, like I think M is to me top 5. But if you put Kendrick and Eminem in a fucking battle, it's probably never gonna happen because of mutual respect. But bruh, like, who would win that? Because I'm thinking like it could go either way because it's Kendrick.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think. Here's the thing: is like Kendrick studied Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Coming up to be able to develop it. If you go back and listen to Kendrick's first pieces of work, they all sound like Eminem. It sounds just like Eminem.
Which ones?
I can't think of the names of them right now because it's fucking 5:53 in the morning. I'd have to go do some research. But if you go back to the beginning of Kendrick's career, I can probably try to pull them up. Hold up. I gotta find this shit now. Oh shit! There's one in particular that I'm thinking about.
He got some songs from 2003. Dang, what you know about it?
Yeah, I mean, there's even like video of him doing karaoke, drunk by himself, doing "Hi, My Name Is." Like he loves Eminem. He has studied this man to the fullest. But Eminem, here's the thing: is Eminem really was in the rap Olympics. Eminem really was going around the world in the '90s, like doing this shit, you know. And he had to be extra sharp because he was white, trying to break that barrier. Not on some Vanilla Ice shit. Not on some fucking, Mark Wahlberg.
He really lived that. He really lived it.
But here's the difference, though. Is like Eminem at 51 is a different story versus a K-Dot right now. If you take both of them in their primes, like I don't see anybody really beating them. I really don't. When it comes to their pen, freestyling off the top. Eminem is definitely not the best off the top rapper at all. I've heard him rap off the top, and I think it's trash, to be honest with you. I don't think he's that good at all. But I think it would be a good battle. But at the end of the day, dude, Eminem just finds a way to like just, I don't know, man. It's just he's just vicious with it, dude. Like he cuts deep too. He'll say some shit like, dude, think about this. I hate to jump subjects, but when he did Kill Shot, this motherfucker basically called out Diddy for the fuckery, and look what's happening right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Eminem's always known there's been some shady shit with Diddy. Even 50 Cent has always been saying, like, there's been some weird-ass shit with Diddy. Now this shit's happening. And, like, Eminem, even, like, the way he said it just for defamation causes goes, the day Diddy admits that he put out the hit that got Pac killed. Like, he didn't say the whole word. But, like, I even said in my reaction, like, if anybody would know anything about Diddy or that whole situation, M would, because he was Pac's biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah, he even got the letters from Pac's mom.
Yeah.
I think, and he even produced some of Pac's songs. What is it? The day, one day... Will never be the same.
Yeah.
One day at a time. One day at a time. It's that Tupac song, and M put a verse on it, and he produced the beat as well.
Yeah.
And he like mastered, mixed, engineered the entire thing as well. One day at a time is called. You can hear it's that typical like early 2000s Eminem style production on it.
Oh yeah. But
yeah. So the point of like Eminem versus Kendrick, which is never gonna happen. But
no.
So if I had to pick one, I would pick M, but I'm thinking it would be a lot more closer than people think.
I agree.
Because Kendrick, like, and there is a chance that it also depends on what happens. It's a pure hypothetical, guys. Like this shit ain't never gonna happen. At least I kind of don't hope. It's like the Snoop Dogg Eminem beef. We didn't really want to see that, but Kendrick could win it. Like that's just my point. He could win it. There's a chance.
I'm gonna say this: if anybody thinks that Kendrick could win it, go back and listen to Love Game with Eminem and Kendrick Lamar. And
bro, I fucking hate that song, bro.
I get it. I can see. You know what? When I first heard it, I didn't like it. But then when I went back and heard it again, dude, like, I was just like, I get what you're saying. The beat and stuff is funky.
It's weird, bro.
Yeah, it's funky.
But yeah, lyrically insane. And also the fucking that whole type of inflection.
Yeah.
But,
Did you serious? Yeah.
That's like, but that's Marshall Mathers LP too, bro. That's
2014, I think.
13.
13.
I'm very certain. I could be wrong, but I'm very because I remember it coming out. That's where Berserk is on that. That's 2013. So I mean, that whole album to me is kind of like, it's like, yeah, it's kind of mixed about it. Some songs are fire, some songs are like, was it really necessary to do a part 2 to it, or in that sense, where I was like, you know. But, and that song is one of the reasons where I'm like, so my honest opinion, no matter how good they are lyrically, I think that song is trash. That is my honest opinion. That song is just, no, I can't listen to that shit, man. That's it's just my opinion.
No, if you're saying like, yo, could you sit there and bump that shit every day? No, I can't. I can't.
Fuck no, man.
No, there's no way.
No.
I had like when I first heard it, I was like, wait. I was like, oh, we got Kendrick and Eminem on a song. And then when it was that topic, I was like, she thinks she loves me, and she don't love me no more. And I was like, you're talking about hip hop, I get it, but like, why don't we see these two flexing lyrically as hard as they can on a fucking trap beat? Which
yeah. Or hip hop, bro. He has a song called "Don't Front."
Yeah.
Da 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 da. So don't front. I used to get bit, now I get present. But get Kendrick on that shit. Why did you have him on fucking Love Game? Get him on Don't Front. Make Don't Front Part 2 with K Dot.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Put J Cole on there too, bro. Why haven't they collabed yet, man? Damn.
Maybe we're foreseeing some shit, and that's about to happen with Eminem's album drop.
Yeah. So in the end, guys, this is just our opinions. You could disagree, you can agree. That's all good. Like, everybody has their own opinion, and you put down in the comments if you're like, nah, y'all are wrong, or blah blah blah.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
So it's just this is so my opinion is the whole J. Cole situation. My final verdict is, I get it, but it's lame.
Yeah.
Because you show up, you say, fuck you, I'm about it. 2 days later, you're like, sorry, I'm not. I wasn't. It's real that you said it and admitted it. I respect it. We as humans make mistakes. Even J. Cole isn't afraid to admit it, and he's willing to step up and be the bigger man, take the high road. I respect it, but it's still lame, and it sucks for hip-hop in general. So that's my final verdict on that.
And to piggyback off that, I have to agree with AR. I see what J. Cole's doing, and let's be real. Let's be real here. At the end of the day, your sleep and your health is more important than anything that's fucking going on, including your family, right? But in hip-hop, you got to be braggadocious. You got to stand your ground. And when somebody comes running up that hill, you can't go running the other way as soon as you got to the top of the hill and you were like, come get some. Well, as soon as someone starts walking up that hill, you just say a few things, then walk away. Like, I'm with you. I think it's fucking lame, man. So
this is that a lot of people who are not in hip hop or not avid listeners, they won't understand it, or you don't rap yourself, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't had many beefs. I recently had a beef with one dude, right? Do I like the guy? No, but I shot at him for some bullshit, and he shot back. But I respect him more for shooting back than him apologizing.
Yeah. 100%.
I respect it more for him standing his ground, saying "Nah, f you," and I think that's in general that like the Tory Lanez. Jordan Lucas situation, them going back and forth, it's more like, oh, respect. I think Nas and Jay-Z respected 50 Cent to a certain degree, like, okay, this dude's about it. Respect him as a man. And that's what I'm talking about, like the credibility, the integrity in hip-hop. That, where you're like, okay, you shoot, he's going to shoot back. And that's also what you said before. J. Cole has lost that with this apology. And it's going to have a major effect on his career or just his credibility as an MC, where people are going to be like, oh, you about it? Huh? Oh, you really about it? Nah, I don't think so. Because I remember the Kendrick shit. Nah, you know what I mean? Anytime he drops a track where he's talking about how he's loading up clips and taking aim, like, we all know that's just for the raps now. Now we know it's not about that shit. And so what? Now that's going to put you in a box of just being conscious, like a conscious rapper. You know what I'm saying? So like now he's gonna have to work that angle versus like, I'm never going to go to battle or go to war with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I respect it. I get it. He wants to do better for communities and, you know, just in life in general. But in the spirit of hip hop, I do believe there should have been a back and forth. I would have liked to have seen a back and forth. But obviously, what do you think? K-Dot responds or no? I don't think he'll respond. He might respond. So no, what I think is gonna happen, Kendrick's just going completely silent, radio silence, like he always does. He just backs off for years, and then he drops an album, and he might address it in 3 years and on a new album. Because he dropped something in 2022, he might release an album in 1 or 2 years. No, sometimes this dude takes 7 years breaks. So he might release an album in 5 years where he talks about J. Cole. I think that's what's going to happen, because that's how Kendrick operates, and I think it works because he's got that mysterious edge to him where he's like, What the fuck is Kendrick thinking? Everybody's talking about it, and it works. So you could put eyeballs on it by dissing, which is what he did, which was unexpected with the Future Metro Boomin joint.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
I forget the name of it right now.
Shake It Up? I don't know, bro.
Shake it up. Shake that ass for me.
I forgot. Get up, get back.
I think it's like that.
Like that. Yeah. So that took the world by storm. The reason is because he's never vocal about shit. Mm-hmm. So that's him making a tweet.
Yeah.
Because this dude doesn't do that shit. He's so silent for so long. Then he comes out the gate with something. People like, yo, what the fuck? For as irrelevant as J. Cole said that he actually is, because his shows aren't selling, whenever he drops something, that shit drops.
Yeah.
So my answer, I don't think he's going to respond to it. I don't think he's going to say anything. I think this is just going to be radio silence for years, and then he's going to address it in 5 years. And then people can clip this and be like, yo, predicted.
That's a possibility. What I think would be the best move right now for both of them is if J. Cole, like maybe Kendrick heard this and they hopped on a phone call and maybe they do decide to work on a project together instantly.
I would love that.
That would be the best move for both their career. I mean, K-Dot's going to be fine, but to salvage with J. Cole's integrity, if this squashed the beef and got them to do a mixtape or an album together, I think that would be, I wouldn't say even bigger for hip-hop, but that would be a huge move to show, hey, two brothers coming together and putting the beef off to the side, saying, like, this shit isn't necessary. But at the same time, like, there's always going to be battle rap in hip-hop. It's just a part of the culture, you know? So I'm like you.
Compete.
I have mixed feelings.
You gotta compete.
I have mixed feelings, and I don't think that's ever going to fucking change.
And what is weird, too, is that I think Drake helped. I don't know if it was like how much he had to do with it, but I remember seeing Drake and J. Cole over a decade ago buying CDs of J. Cole, and Drake co-signing J. Cole, helping him, putting him on. And then there's J. Cole putting Kendrick on to a certain degree, co-signing Kendrick. And then there's also Kendrick being on Drake's fucking Problems and shit like that.
Yep.
So this is just weird. To a certain degree, it's weird seeing those three guys who kind of are all in the same sphere. It's quite true what Cole said, big three. Even though we can disagree about Drake not being a lyricist, so he's actually not in that picture. But as an artist, as a success, as an entrepreneur or whatever in the music industry, he is big three. He's probably the biggest out of all three if we're just talking about sheer success and numbers. I think he is, but as a rapper, he's not. Right? It's just weird. That this whole thing is weird.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
To me, it's similar to M. Snoop. However, I would have wanted to see this happen. Nobody wanted to see M and Snoop rap battle because they're both 50, right? So there's like, come on, dog. There's probably a certain age where it's too late to start beefing and shit. Like Melly Mel, for example, or Benzino.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Live.
You're the piss in the elevator of rap. Bro, shut up. But I think that Kung Fu Kenny and J. Cole, I think they have never been at this level with their pen. I think they right now, people say hip hop's a young man's game to a certain degree. Yeah, sure, but if you keep honing your skill, your pen, you age like fine wine. M is a prime example of that. Black Thought is a prime example. Even Royce right now is doing insane shit lyrically. There's other rappers too, of course. But I think Kendrick and J. Cole right now, mid-30s or something, are at like peak of like being able to craft some shit. And it shows in their content.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I hope to God that maybe maybe K-Dot gives him a call after that apology and they do a mixtape. I think that'd be the best play. That'd be better for J. Cole, but I think you're right. Maybe K-Dot just goes radio silent and then addresses it in like 2 years the next time he drops an album. That's what I think too, man.
Knowing him, I think that's how he's moving. Because he always moves like that. He's just quiet. even after he did the Control shit.
Yeah, he was quiet.
I don't know if he dropped an album after that, but it was like 2013 too. I don't know. It's around that time.
Yeah.
Because he just dropped Good Kid, Mad City, and then I don't know. I don't remember sure, but I think he was quiet for a long time. But he just dropped that shit in silence.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that one.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of all these artists and shit, man. But I appreciate your opinion, and I think we're kind of on the same page. We think it's fucking the apology is whack, but at the same time, understandable. We would have. I'm not saying that it's like we want to see blood. We just want to see fucking people testing their pens against each other, like you said with your little battle / scuffle with whoever that was. Like you respected the dude because at least he fucking responded. Like
yeah.
I think you gotta see that.
In the end, it's just I have nothing against him.
Yeah.
I don't care. I wish him the best in his life. I wish he has a great life. I wish he has a thriving career and gets all the money and he's super rich and shit. I wish him. I don't care.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun, and I think that's what it should be as well. In the end, it's just fun. I have fun.
Yeah, and I don't think it was ever going to turn into fucking J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar shooting at each other in real life. I just seen it as like, it's going to be lyrical. Let's test each other lyrically. Let's see who can hop on a song and fucking kill it harder. And I just, maybe J. Cole thought it was going to go darker than that. But who knows what's really going on behind the scenes, too. Like, maybe there's some heavier shit that we don't know about. By
the way, 7-minute drill, I didn't think it was that hard.
No, I think it was like a jab. I'd agree. I think it was like a jab. Like he's kind of like you're just throwing out like a line out there to fish to see, like, what are you going to say back? You know what I'm saying? Because you only slight dissed me and you aimed more at Drake, but you dissed me at the same time. Here's 3 minutes. What do you got from me? And then we didn't even get a chance to see that. We got an apology in 2 days.
Yeah, so I think the Kendrick, just the one verse is better than that 7-minute drill song. If we're talking about
impact, yes.
Yes, impact. However, the beat switch and shit was nice on Cole stuff, so it's debatable on what sounds better. I think both sound really dope. That's the thing too. That's one thing that, for example, that I don't think Eminem had in the Marshall Mathers LP with the fucking Love Game song. He didn't have the right engineer or whatever was going on there. That shit just sounded weird. Like, how off is your ear on certain songs like that? Like the K-Dot, that's the thing that Kendrick and Cole sometimes do better than M. They make it more audibly pleasing for hip-hop at that current period.
They're more in touch with what's going on right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but also in touch with how shit should sound. One example of a person who is incredible at doing that is Travis Scott.
Oh, yeah, he studied Kanye West.
His shit just always pops. It just whether you like him or not. But he got a joint with he puts out a joint with Drake, and that shit's just like, what the fuck? This shit's hard as fuck. This shit's bumping.
Yeah, the beat just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, like that one Sicko Mode. That song is ridiculous. That song is ridiculous, bro. And he's got multiple of those, man. Yeah.
And
we're rambling.
It's all right. And really quick, just to talk about the impact on the game. Just that song alone with Metro Boomin and Future and Kendrick, that did 18 million views on YouTube, right? J. Cole's 7-minute drill only did 5 mil. So that shows you how. And let's be real. People went to that.
But there's also time. There's also time in between. There's like 2 weeks in between of both. So.
Yeah, but I don't think J. Cole's 7-minute drill now with this is going to go eclipse that.
Because I think the reason is because the jabs weren't as hard. The jabs were just all like, I think, superficial, basic shit. Like, yeah, I'll go at it, I'll shoot you, and you fell off like The Simpsons. Where J. Cole said, fuck the big three, it's just big me. Yep. That's hard as fuck, bro. That's not a double entendre, nothing. He's just saying, fuck you, Drake and Cole, I'm the shit. Which is just that whole bar. Nobody's gonna forget that shit in history. Fuck the big three. It's just big me. And he said the N-word in between. I can't say that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I skipped it too. But that's the last thing I need. Yeah, no, just kidding. But no, I mean, fucking. That's what I'm saying. Like, I still don't. Like you asked me earlier, like which was more impactful for hip hop. I think Kendrick's 30-second verse was more impactful than the 7-minute drill. But I also feel like the 7-minute drill was like an actual like diss track jab towards somebody. Like, what can you say back? Let's see what you have to say. So I can. Eminem was famous for this too. Eminem would not give you the hardest diss track at first, let you say some shit, and then just go fucking full blown fucking shady on you. So I don't know, man. But
except for the warning.
The warning. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah, nah, he just went off there. He took voicemails and shit. Nah, it was ridiculous.
Well, that she went. Dude, to be honest, Mariah Carey's defense, she went hard as fuck on Eminem, dude. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. That offense. What's it called?
Obsessed.
It's hilarious. That's hilarious seeing a pop star doing a diss track.
Then she got Gucci Mane to co-sign. Gucci Mane was on there like, what did he say? What did he say? Oh my God, Pinocchio, his nose will grow. He started going after him, shit like that. So Eminem took that line from Gucci Mane and then reused that in the Forever verse. Here they go, back again to Stadium. Whatever he said, Shady Spits his flow. I say go, yeah. Pinocchio poking his name or nose back in the game.
Gucci Mane throwing shots at Eminem, man, bro?
He wanted to kill Eminem for going after Mariah Carey.
Man, Gucci Mane, bro. If you watching this, Gucci Mane, bro, shut up. I mean, I know this is over a decade ago, but what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Gucci Mane?
Think about it like this, dude. I guarantee. Remember, Nick Cannon was with Mariah. Mariah probably felt some way. Nick Cannon was probably like, "Yo, I need you to come protect my girl, dog." Like, can you do
lame?
Can you do a remix so like Eminem knows that there's a cosign here of a real gangster? That's probably what it was. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Nick Cannon.
But I'll tell you this: after that warning came out, how often did you hear "Obsessed" on the radio? They pulled that shit. They stopped spinning that shit instantly.
For real? I don't know. I don't listen to the radio, so I don't know.
No, that was like 2009, if I'm not mistaken. That was when I just stopped listening to everything for the most part, and I focused on my own shit. But yeah, man, they basically Mariah was like, stop. If he really has this shit, then I'm fucked. Like I'm gonna be in a fucking position here. But we're getting sidetracked from all the other bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on here and fucking having this discussion about this because I think we both brought up valid points and we were both looking at it in the same angle, I think. I think we're looking at it the same way, and I think the world's kind of looking at it the same way.
I think in the end, right, don't take this shit too serious.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. And that goes to J. Cole, too. Whatever, bro. I know he lost some sleep over it, as he said. I get it. It is what it is, but it doesn't fucking matter. So in the end, no matter what we say about it, positive or negative, it doesn't matter because he's J. Cole.
Yeah.
Right. So who gives a shit? But we kind of do give a shit because we're discussing it. So if we're keeping it a buck. And it is kind of relevant, and I think this is good content. So y'all gotta let us know in the comments if you want to see more of this. Cliff having me over, or maybe Cliff talking to Black Pegasus about some stuff. Like y'all gotta let us know, man, and we'll do more of this shit because me and Cliff been wanting to make more of that like original type of content where we're just chatting about topics and stuff.
Yeah, no, we're definitely gonna do that in the future, and I guess we can say this now. AR has been beatboxing for a long time. Recently, I challenged this man with no beatboxing abilities whatsoever. So I put myself in hot water here. We haven't set a date yet. But I'm going to take some lessons from one of the greats. And then I'm going to come back in like July or August and we'll have a little friendly battle with beatboxing.
Yeah, I'm down, bro.
I'll get smoked.
I'm down. Like, if you want, I could get judges.
Yeah.
If you want, you can battle other dudes as well. I got a couple GBB contenders on my line to call. World champion contenders on my line if you want the smoke from that flavor.
Bro, I'm gonna 8 Mile clearance that shit. I'm gonna be like, I gotta go.
Some of these motherfuckers are wild, man. Like I battled Remix. Did I tell you that? Remix is the African Continental Champion. I battled him.
I think you might have mentioned it in passing.
Bro, that dude is nuts, bro. He's like 20 years old, but he's at a level of GBB. He's at a world contender championship belt type of level to be contending for it. I think he's at that level. So if in like 3 years, this dude might be world champ. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, but you're not a light pack either, bro. I heard you fucking around just showing me sounds, and I was like, God damn, what the fuck? I was like, I gotta figure this shit out.
I'm getting better because I've been learning though. So I've been learning whoa.
That's my funeral.
But I've been learning that to get more on that King Inertia type of level, that melodic where it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, hold up. See how Kalan can do it. Like that type of stuff, learning that. So that's just getting my throat bass is very compressed. But this is like technical beatbox stuff. Guys, I got a beatbox channel. Me and Cliff probably gonna collaborate there.
Yeah.
Shit, maybe I'll teach you some shit on that.
I just lost a lot of confidence in that battle we were talking about. So let me rethink that. I'm just kidding. It's still gonna be fun. No. It's still gonna be fun.
And that's one of the sounds I'm new to, though.
It don't matter, dude.
Learning that.
I can barely whistle.
I don't whistle. I never whistle. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean I thought beatbox whistle. Okay.
No, I'm saying
man, we gotta wrap this up, man. We gotta wrap this up.
We're talking about random shit. But guys, thanks for hanging with us. Do me a favor. I will link AR down below. Go subscribe. Show love to my brother from another mother, my black jacket brother. I seen him with the black jacket. I was like, hold on a second. We got a match today. But yeah, show love to AR. Show love to J. Cole and K. Dot. I'll link everything down below. And let us know your thoughts, too. Comment down below. How do you feel about how this played out? And what do you think's going to happen in the future, man? And AR, I'd love to be on your platform soon, too, man.
Hell yeah, bro. We'll do it in the future. And I'm going to bump some more J. Cole and Kendrick and put them both in one playlist. I don't care.
No, yeah, I'll still listen to both, too. It's not like I'm going to hate one artist or the other. That doesn't change.
No. We ain't like that. We're just level-minded, just talking about the whole topic. And we'll just put it down here and we're just like, this is lame, this is dope, whatever. But the opinion's all good. I think we're most of like some of the most level-headed folk on YouTube, if I'm being honest, where we're just going about it stoic and not emotional at all. Like, yo, this is lame, this is dope. Remember that. All good, whatever. You still got love for these artists. Still respect them.
Oh yeah.
Ain't never gonna hate on J. Cole, Kendrick, or even Drake. You know, because hate only comes from below. Well, if we're thinking about it, these motherfuckers are at the top. But we ain't gonna hate on another man's success because that's just lame. They're winning. Go show them love. They're fire.
Yeah, for sure. That's the perfect way to end it, guys. All right, I'm out of here. AR, appreciate you. We'll see you guys soon. And if you guys want to see more of this, just subscribe and let us know. All right. Peace.